one of the biggest stories of the fucking last 48 hours.
I saw
Joe
that break
Rogan
this morning. Yeah.
No, it didn't break this morning. It was
no, I woke up and I saw the news break this morning.
Okay, got you. Joe Rogan has COVID.
Got the vid, y'all. He
got COVID-19.
Damn. It ain't 22 though, but it's 19.
Yeah. So let me start by saying this, bro, because I don't think we've been anti-vax, but I guess niggas will say that. Niggas will say we're anti-vax, even though I never said fuck the vaccine. I ain't never taken it. I just said I haven't taken it yet, and I'll take it when I'm ready to take it. Like that type of shit. I think that's what we've been on. Like we ain't been on some.
We're not anti-vax.
Don't take this shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Don't take it.
Choice.
Don't ever take it.
Do what you want to do.
It is
100%
definitely your choice.
Yeah.
And I think we said at some point we will take the vaccine.
Yeah. With enough information.
Yeah. I've been thinking though, because of this shit. I've been thinking. Because let me start by saying this right here, man. Joe Rogan is one of the inspirations I have in doing the podcast. Like the reason why we started the podcast is to create a community, based on, truth and trying to disseminate the information that we get on a daily basis in a truthful context instead of what we get from mainstream media and other bullshit news sources. We trying to give y'all the real. We're not trying to just say what they're saying and agree what they agree with. Like you should be able to agree and disagree with the same person. Like depends on what the context is. So that's the reason why we started a podcast. But one of the inspirations that I have personally, and I'm not speaking for Tyson, I'm speaking for myself, but one of the inspirations that I have personally was the Joe Rogan podcast because of how it's set up and how candid he can be and how candid people his guests are, you know what I mean? And my other inspiration is the 85 South show because of how candid and how loose they are. And they just, you know what I'm saying? It's like they're doing that and they love what they're doing. I love this shit. I love coming on here, getting on the mic and recording and speaking and talking how I feel and you know what I'm saying, trying to disseminate the information that we get on a daily basis. With that being said, Joe was talking like, hey, I ain't doing this, I ain't doing that. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Health and exercise is this, da. You know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna help you more than a vaccine. Then he got COVID and he said Sunday was bad. He said Sunday was a bad day. And then he said, I threw the kitchen sink at it. I took this, I took ivermectin, and I was like, holy shit.
Ivermectin is a dewormer.
Bruh.
What the? When did a virus become a worm?
Bro, it is ivermectin is an anti-parasitic medicine.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I was like, what?
See what I'm saying?
So,
see? Just missing so much misinformation.
I'm going to get into it a little bit, but I just wanted to say, like, it does sound somewhat hypocritical to say, hey, listen, I ain't going to get the vaccine and, you know what I'm saying, the best way to, combat COVID is, you know what I'm saying, stay healthy. And I get the stay healthy part, but it's like, you have a platform, bro. Like it does. And again, if he was like, you know what, I got COVID, I feel fine now. Sundays suck, but I ain't take nothing for it. I'm good. I ain't take no medication for it.
Yeah, whatsoever. Like
none
of that.
To try to fight that shit. You know what I'm saying? Doctor said maybe he suggested something, but I was like, no, my immune system good. I'm good. And then he went from there, and he was like, I'm good though. Then I'd have been like, okay, well, he said that, and then that's what he did. So can't blame him for that. I mean, if it was me, I would have took some medication. But I'm just saying that's what he said, and that's what he did. That shit was straightforward. You can't fault him for being like that. I mean, that's his decision. If he want to not take that shit, then that's his body. Whatever he want to do, that's what he want to do.
Yeah.
But the second he got it, he took a bunch of medication. That is like, bro, you can't say one thing and then do another. If you saying the best way to do this is your immune system, you know what I'm saying? Go get some exercise, go outside, do the, you know what I mean? Whatever, then you should be on that shit. You shouldn't have took nothing. The fact that you took something is like like, listen, you need this medication. I was fucked up and I needed to go get some medication. And that's the point that I think a lot of people have is like, bro, if you're fucked, if you think you need to, like, it's medication. So go get it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's why it was always like, it's your choice on whether you want to do that shit or not. But the second you make a choice, the problem that I have is niggas don't stick with the choice. Niggas do not stick with that choice. And it's like, that's what you were saying on your podcast. Now, he also said, to be fair to him, he also said that, you know, I ain't no fucking, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a, you know,
physician.
virologist. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
So I don't know what,
you know what I'm saying? Epidemiologist. You know what I'm saying? I'm none of that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't speak on this type of stuff on that level. I'm just telling y'all my personal. So
yeah, what I did. Mm-hmm.
So I totally understand that. Another issue though is you are Joe Rogan and you have the biggest podcast on the face of the earth. What you don't understand, like we used to be telling, like we say to these musicians.
That's right. You got a responsibility, whether you want it or not.
Regardless on whether you want it or not.
You sure have
regardless on whether you want it or not.
It is.
Innately have a respect because of how giant your platform is.
Yeah, who you reach,
and because of how fickle
affect.
And
mm-hmm.
And how easily your audience can be swayed because it's that big, because you have so many people in your audience. You have to be very careful on how you say stuff. And if you say it a certain way and mean it a certain way, then you better do that thing. Because if that thing happens and you don't do it the way you said you were going to do it, in that context in which you said you were going to do it, then you look like this. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Or you've influenced a bunch of people to either do the right or wrong thing.
And that's what I want to talk about.
That's a problem too.
I want to get to the influence part of it because he did said he took ivermectin,
anti-parasitic.
And like you said, it's a dewormer. It's a dewormer.
Yeah, for sure.
Parasitic, and
I know because I got some in here somewhere.
Yeah, there's a human. Are you taking it for COVID?
No, I'm not taking it for COVID. This
is why I wanted. This is why I wanted to fucking say this.
No, I'm not taking it. Look, just let me preface that I had it months and months ago. I had
worms.
No, I had a stomach thing going on, and I wanted to flush, and I had it months and months ago, and I saw that part of the remember the stuff we ordered from Amazon.
Oh no, we didn't order shit.
No,
don't put that. Don't put me on.
No.
Don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
Because you did.
Don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
The stuff that had us going to the bathroom, that stuff in the bottle that we were drinking, that you and Javon tried, that was like a colon flush, stuff like that. This was like last year sometime.
That should have ivermectin in it?
No, that didn't have ivermectin.
Oh, okay, good.
No. But the stuff, I'm just saying, I bought that at that same time.
Oh, okay, good. Well, listen, just say you bought it at a time, bro.
Jesus Christ.
Because the way you made that shit,
you didn't let me finish.
You put me and my wife into it. Now, like, don't do that, bro.
Wow, hit dog will holler. Niggas is guilty.
No.
Niggas got that guiltiness on your heart.
Just don't put me and my wife into it.
Get it off your heart. Get it off your heart.
Anyway, let's get back to it. What I'm trying to say is there is a human version of ivermectin. Right? Obviously, you get the stuff. It's a dewormer. It you know what I'm saying, helps you with these parasites that be usually.
It's an intestinal thing.
Right.
It's an intestinal thing. It's not.
But there is a horse version of it.
Come on, man. Niggas is out here taking horse pills.
Niggas out here taking the horse version of ivermectin.
Stop.
Shit derailing niggas.
Yes, it is, because it's not made for you. Doesn't a horse have like 4 stomachs or 2 or 4 stomachs? 2 to 4 stomachs?
It's not a human stomach. Neither one of them are.
Neither one of them.
Neither one of them are.
Jesus Christ.
So it doesn't matter.
Jesus Christ.
And that's why I'm saying it, because there's been people who have been thinking that that's what it was, taking the horse version of this shit, because listen, if you're taking that stuff, why don't you just go get the vaccine?
Well, listen. So
that's what I'm. So why don't you just go get the
Let's talk about the generalism of why they're doing
generalism.
Whatever.
Generalization.
Thank you.
Generalism.
So whatever.
You gotta stop making up words.
Listen. That Webster's.
You gotta stop making up words.
All words are made up.
Oh my God!
Okay.
You gonna throw me down?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw the shit out you. Listen, but I get the idea, because medically speaking, 60% as they say in the medical books, which we still don't even know for sure because it's called a study of medicine.
Right.
It's still an ongoing study. 60% of your immune system starts in the gut. So I understand people wanting to take something for the gut to per se boost the immune system, just like we drink. I'm fucking drawing a blank now. I was getting ready to say ashwagandha, but that was the fast thing. We drink the kombucha with the natural probiotic in it, right? Mm-hmm. So I understand the premise behind it. People wanting to boost their immune system via the gut, but taking a medication that is not meant for human consumption is detriment. There's not a single benefit in your favor.
No, it's not.
And again, Joe Rogan, you telling everybody, the Sunday I got real sick and I pounded some ivermectin to make sure my body was nice.
He took some other stuff too, some Monte Clonal, some shit, other shit like that. I was like, bro, like
y'all just taking medication you can't even pronounce. That's ridiculous. Bro, yeah. You just out here popping pills you can't even pronounce. And you thinking that you gonna get a hold of the same shit he got. Let's be clear. That nigga rich. He got a personal doctor. He got a doctor on call. He got a fucking emergency med doctor. He got 2 tree nurses. You think you gonna get the same shit he gonna get at the same time that he gonna get? Come on, man. Be real.
He was rich before.
I'm telling you, before the Apple deal.
He was rich.
The Spotify deal.
Before the Spotify deal.
Yeah, he was just before the Spotify deal.
He's wealthy now.
Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he's in the category where Mike was at, where Michael Jackson was at. His doctor lived with him. If Joe Rogan wanted a physician to live in his house with him and whoever else lived there and give them meds and drugs on call, that's how wealthy he is. So again, in contrast to the people listening to the podcast, as compared to who he is, the person delivering the podcast, he has a responsibility to disseminate that information responsibly.
Yeah, to me,
and I don't think that didn't happen.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's
this time.
Usually
he on point, but this time it was.
I don't have a problem with people making a choice on whether they want to take the vaccine or not. That's their personal choice, and people need to let them have that. However, you know what I mean? Like whatever happens to them, that's what happened to them. That's their choice, though. But yo, when niggas start taking horse dewormer, bruh, that's when I'm like, you know what, bruh? Maybe this is the sign that it's time for me to go get the vaccine. Because if I can show people, bruh, like, hey, bruh, this vaccine don't really, it is what it is. Go get the shot or whatever. Because I'd rather people go get the vaccine than take fucking horse dewormer.
Yeah, but you know,
because mistakenly, because they think this ivermectin, oh, this is the human kind. Okay, bet. It's just, I see ivermectin, so I'm gonna go get that. I'm gonna order that shit. And then you get the horse shit. And then that shit, you in the bathroom fucking neighing and shit. Like you dying in
That's the sound your lips closed. That's the sound your asshole make because you shit out. Every time you fall, your shit go.
Yeah. You like, you shitting out intestines, that shit.
Ooh, what was that?
Because you take it like that, and that's the issue I have with it. Is that you hear shit like that from somebody you trust, like a Joe Rogan or anybody else, right? And you doing that, and
your ass cheeks so loose they don't even touch.
They don't even touch no more.
Shit go.
And you're listening to them, and they're telling you this stuff, and you go off of it, without like having the knowledge to do your own research. You just go, and that's not. Yeah, man. That's not Joe Rogan's fault.
No, it's not.
That's, to be very fair to him.
That's not his fault.
To be clear to everyone else.
Yeah, because he made personal decisions.
His fault.
He made personal decisions.
Absolutely. For him.
For his health.
So for everyone else to follow him.
Correct.
And do that same stuff for their personal health. Yeah. That's not smart.
That's not smart at all.
Okay? Take your own personal health into consideration. Before you make a move for your personal health.
Correct.
Before you make decisions on your personal health. But again, like, hopefully we'll get there one day so we can understand, okay, what he actually went through and what the brevity, the scope of having an audience that large, what that power comes with.
Listen.
But I'm just letting people know right now, even with the small, tiny audience that we have right now, we have a responsibility to these people to say stuff like, listen, make a personal decision on what you want to do, but make sure you have all the information. Make sure you have the correct information. Don't just get your information from one source. Make sure you compare information from those sources to weed out what seems like bullshit and what seems like, okay, that's a solid piece of information. I could go off that. Then make the decision on what you want to do from there. Don't just make decisions based on what a podcaster says.
Yeah. This Joe Rogan situation has actually done the opposite of me. You know, you said this may have been a sign for you just to go get vaccinated. This actually is the opposite for me. This shit has motivated me not to even get vaccinated even more at this moment in time, right? Because there's not enough information on it. And this is the reason why I'm saying this, right? Ivermectin, a dewormer, right? I'm pretty sure all of 2020 ivermectin was around. I'm pretty sure ivermectin is a cheaper option to be produced than an entire vaccine. So even if this piece of medication was effective, right? Why wasn't it pushed last year? Why wasn't it given last year?
The FDA actually came out and said it's not, there's no studies.
Absolutely. There's nothing in the American Journal of Medicine
that says that ivermectin is a suitable medication that would help you fight against COVID-19.
Right? So. Point blank period. Why? You know what I'm saying? And if it had even a chance of being effective, or all the medical cocktail that Joe Rogan took was a chance to be effective, is that shit in the vaccine? Is it not? Is it left out for a reason? What's in the vaccine? Give me a printout of every single drug you used to make this vaccine.
I think you go on CDC website and get that information. Or maybe even the FDA now, because the Pfizer one was approved.
Was finally approved.
You might be able to go get that information.
So, but again, this doesn't motivate me, because it really don't. It really doesn't motivate me to get. And then personally, you know, with some situations going on, I just know people who are fully vaccinated, and I'm on Facebook and I see that they say, "Oh, damn, I got COVID again," even though I'm fully vaccinated.
Right. I'm not saying COVID. Well, that's the end of it. 'Cause obviously, that's one of the biggest gripes that we have.
Yeah.
That COVID is, that the vaccine is not the end all be all to it, that you can still get it and spread it. What I'm saying is, if you're going to take horse dewormer, just go get the vaccine, bro.
Just get the shot.
Just go get the vaccine, bro.
Yeah, choose the lesser of two evils.
And it's not because there isn't a human version for ivermectin. That's because niggas aren't doing their due diligence, because listen, let's be honest with each other. There's dummies out here. Okay. Yeah. There's people who are
absolute fucking nutcases.
Darwinism should have took a long time ago. A long time ago. Those people are still alive. They're still here.
Yeah.
And
by the grace.
By the grace.
The grace.
Okay. But they're here and they're taking this shit, and they're not understanding what type they're taking. And so at this point, bro, it's like, if you're willing to do that, even if it's the human version of ivermectin, if you're willing to do that, just go get the vaccine. Right? Because you said you don't know what's in it. You don't Well, we do know that ivermectin don't really do shit to help kill the virus. It may do some other shit to help your body, but it ain't helping you get rid of the virus. And that's the kind of the whole point, is to get rid of the virus. Well, so you don't take.
Not even the vaccine does that.
Listen,
can we call a spade a spade? Hey.
No, we can call a spade a spade. Listen, whatever. It's a new variant now. It's called Mu now. New variant called Mu.
They gonna go through the whole fucking Roman, the whole fucking alphabet. They gonna go through the whole Greek alphabet before we get there. It's gonna be the epsilon, the omega.
The variant's gonna become the new. Variant's gonna become the new retros. It's just gonna be a different colorway every other month. Every month, it's gonna be a new color. That's all it is.
The Delta variant, infrareds, the Delta variant glories,
the Royal Blues,
the Carolinas,
the Columbias, all that shit. It's just gonna be
the Corona Columbias out now. Corona Columbia. Let me go get that. I gotta go out and get. Is there a party? Let me go get that. I gotta go cop that at a party. You only get that at a party.
So
party
it's just, again, if y'all are at the point.
I'm gonna go to
I know Trump was saying, do this shit, the chloroquil or whatever the fuck it was.
That nigga told people to drink Clorox. So we can't take him Lysol. We can't take him.
That was some other shit. That was some other shit. I'm not talking about that. You know what I'm saying? The chloroquil shit.
Yeah, the chloroquil. Yeah.
Listen, That was before like the vaccine though. Now that there is one out there, and I'm not saying it should be trusted 100% like blindly. I'm not saying you shouldn't do research on it. I'm saying if you're gonna take shit that can be confused with horse dewormer, just go get the vaccine.
I'm saying
there's no reason to not go get it. If that's the path that you're on logically, that's where your brain waves are. That's what your brain is on logically. Just go get the vaccine, bro.
Shit.
Do not take some shit that could be mistaken for horse dewormer.
Shit, you might as well roll the dice and just do the old school.
Right.
Just buy a pack of saltines and some ginger ale.
Or do it that way. Or just say fuck all of it.
That's it.
Just say fuck all medication.
And roll a fucking dice.
And just roll a dice.
That's it.
But for sure, if you trying to get the human version of ivermectin, maybe hit the wrong thing, and then the horse version of ivermectin come to your doorstep, and you take that shit and you fucking bucking and kicking and shit in the bathroom because you about to die. Like
this shit come into a bottle. The bottle say bovine booty blowout. You be like, damn, I should take this. No, don't take it.
Don't do that.
It's not made for you.
It's not made for you.
That bovine booty blowout is gonna get your ass.
So that's where I'm gonna end that shit. You got anything else you want to say, bro, about that?
No.
I'm done on that side. I'm done on that subject, bro.
Get well, Joe. Get well, better, bro. Man. Get well. Get well.
Make